And we're recording. Before we begin, I have never used this, actually I have, but this is my first time really using this software, and I'm not certain if this video will work, but this is NetIQ Identity Manager, Designer 4.5.5.2. It is starting up right now, as you can see. Wait. Stop. Reload. Yep, I'm sorry about that. I have to do this very quick.
I turned it in yesterday. I turned it in yesterday and Ms. Wilbur lost it, so she's having me do it again.
So, this is Identity Manager. It's restarting. Do you want to check for updates? Yes. I already updated it, so there shouldn't be any. Seems as if it is running in Java. So you can see if I minimize this. Minimize. Okay. And we're going to create a new project. I'm recording. But yes.
Get busy on your math tonight.
I don't have any math. 20, you're thinking 21.2 or 21.1. She didn't teach us that to us yet. I don't think we're supposed to start. She never said, your homework today is this. She even writes our homework on the board. It's not 21.1. So I don't think we're supposed to do that. I'm trying to tell Mom that. We're going to call this default. Finish. And you can see something along these lines comes up. Okay, so this is our work area, I'm assuming. Here you have our default project. You can see some project files here. Well, so let's get started. I'm assuming since this is from Novell, it is to create a diagram. So let's get started. I'm going to create an example diagram. In this diagram, we will be using MySQL. And here another window popped up here. MySQL base, next. Oh, that's so cool. It's actually building MySQL right here. Next. Do you want to install common settings? Yes. So this has to do with a lot of installation. Okay. You can see it's going to do all of this. Password is new password. Or we can call it pass. And we're going to have this password. So it looks as if it's building a MySQL server right here. Name is, even though it's more complex than I assumed it would be. Oh, environment. We're going to go with test development. Here. And system ownership. Finish. Okay, so you can see now we have MySQL in our identity vault. We're going to have that connect to a email. You can set up email here. What's notes? Oh, you could actually, yeah, you could set up note. Enterprise, we're going to do a banner. Banner base. Next. We're adding that. We're going to add this stuff. Okay. And now we're going to spam enter. Okay, and finish. Hopefully it's not installed after my computer. Yeah, okay, it isn't. You can see now we're connected to a banner, and we're connected to MySQL. And this is all going to our identity vault, whatever that is. Mainframe. Well, oh, top secret. Yep, let's add that for our administrators. Install more stuff. You can see whenever we do something, more of this stuff comes up. Here on the screen, I have this. I'm just spamming OK, next on all of this because I have no clue how this works. ... Next. Name is wonder what this is for. And we're going to confirm. It's installing a lot of stuff. Well, I guess I'll leave this here. Top secret. Whatever that is. Message bus. Sure, we'll add a Java message queue. You can see I added all that. We're going to add a JMS base. JBoss other. Oh, okay, fine. Next. Finish. You can see we have a JMS driver or JMS queue. So let's go through the things that we have access to. We have our cloud. We can add Azure from Microsoft. We can add another cloud.
Okay.
We can add our databases. Database 2, MySQL, Oracle, and we also have PostSQL and SQL Server from Microsoft actually. MS SQL. Here we have our directory. Let's set up a. We want to do a Active Directory. Yeah, let's set up an Active Directory. Just cause. In order to do this, we want Active Directory base. We want to add all of that stuff. Authentication ID. Okay, let's put in like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll keep everything really basic so it will be hackable. Real admin. So this is like a server mapper, but it also builds a server for you and it installs it, which is nice. It's like maybe a GUI for building a network. And here we will do Google. Home. And name is Active Directory. Some useless stuff. And finish. It's gonna get our Active Directory. But otherwise, this is like almost every single thing about servers in it. You have a Oracle directory, security way, Sun directory. You have your E directory here for Novell. Let's set up a group wise for our email. If we are using group wise. Oh well. Oh yeah, here we have our. We want to rest. Oh, let's just get base. No, rest. Next. No, let's spam enter authentication ID. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Connection information 1, 2, 3, 4. ID. Password is password. But I would like to do a YouTube video before I uninstall it. I recommend you do. This needs about 1 GB or above. Right now it's currently using as you see here, it's currently using 1.2 GB. Password next. Default setting destination. Yes. ... Name is Goodbye's email. Real. This one. And you can see that's done here. You have our servers connected to our identity vault. No. You could add stuff to identity vault server. Let's add main. Advanced. Host. Admin. Password. Let's just add that. You notice that the things are actually following this. So they seem to be all connected to this. And connected to each other, maybe. So we did email. Let's go in enterprise. Office 365. Now. Central, SharePoint, Workday. Yep. None of that. Identity assurance, mainframe, message bus. Wait, mainframe. Oh, we looked at that. Message bus, we did one of those. Operating system. We definitely want to add a Debian Linux for our in general Linux. Please don't try and install whole entire Linux to my computer. Next. Install. Next. Driver name. Deb. Now let's spam enter. Hopefully it gets through all of that. Name. Linux. This is pretty easy to use. Yes, it is. What is it doing? I have no clue. I'm assuming it is setting up a enterprise network. We have in our network, we have email, file, database, mainframe, operating system, banner, JMS driver, and we definitely want to get a let's just throw in a, we'll throw in a SUSE Linux, and we're going to get our base installed. Again, we have to get our audit credentials. This is SUSE. Wait, was this OpenSUSE? I think, yeah, it was. Name, SUSE. And next. Finish. Let's see, open one of these. You could edit the variables in here. You can see at the beginning we had nothing. Now we have all of this. Let's see, top secret. Administrator. Activity. Okay, so it's pretty decent. Now we have our OpenSUSE. Let's spread out these a little. Actually, let's spread them out a decent amount. Can we like organize, right click, align? Yeah, let's not. I'm gonna put this underneath there. JMS driver up here. So you can see our organization. It's decently basic. Now let's move this up one so you can see the whole name. What other operating systems? Sure, we'll throw in Solaris. Let's get Linux and Unix base. Next. 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 Here. Sol for Solaris. Now spam enter a few thousand times and Sol for this. Okay, I know. I will. You can see we now have our Solaris set up here. And if you click on it, you can see our main variables right here. You could edit all this stuff. Well, that's nice. So that's our operating system. Let's go into service. Access review. Data collection service. Ha! All companies have this. Oh, it's by Novell, so Novell does a data collection thing. I wonder if this is the same thing that Microsoft and Google use to find out like what you do on your computer. Next. I'll keep on clicking next on this. IP address. And we'll spam it next. Password. Set password. And again, password. Ah, freak. Okay. We're gonna set SSO service support. Name. Server. Address. Okay. Now we're going to finish that. And you can see we have our Novell data collection service. So I could find out what our users on Debian and SUSE do. I don't know how that works. ID provider. So you could log into your system. You approve. And we're going to install that. Old DAP server, this. Finish. Now we have our ID provider. We're going to put this straight over here. We'll move it out a little. And again, you could also make it, no, you can't resize. Well, we have our ID provider. So you can log into the system. Wait, what happens if I put it there? Do you like change anything? Start driver. Oh, so you could run all of these things. I'm assuming. Username. And now we are going. Never mind, that's not going to work. And you could also make connections from one thing to another, I think. But if they don't connect, then, oh well. Yeah, oh well, we'll go with select. Service, manage system gateway, loop back. That's all good. Let's go to tools. You have delimited text implication, fan out, generic app. Let's add a few generic apps. Generic app. What applications are generic? Let's go with some eDirectory, Workday, role-based entitlements. We can only select one thing, okay. Or you could select any of these, but I guess we're gonna just scroll down and see which one we land on. Blackboard base, banner base, no, DB2 base. Next, we're gonna spam enter password. Wants another password. Again, this password. Name. App. We're gonna finish. You can see it's adding our JDBC. That's our application right there. Oh, and I guess we'll add a few HTTP servers. I wonder if this is just regular HTTP. Input driver configuration from which one? SOAP? Yeah, sure. Simple, I'm assuming that's what that means. And you can see it's working through our list here. Close. So we have our simple web server, and we'll do a REST server. I think this is the last thing besides provisioning. Next. You can see it's not connected, but after I fill this thing out, what is starred? Finish. After this is done, there should be a line connecting from this to that. There is. So that means in theory, that's right. We're gonna do REST server in an SML. That's pretty good. We'll move this down a little bit. That's a little, okay. Down one over one. And you can see we have all of our stuff here. That's a lot of data. And you could edit it all from here, but our project has, no, never mind, we'll go back to this. Let's fan out. Cancel. Well, okay, we have fan out configuration here. I don't know what that is, but you can see it's all connected. You could click on here and rename it. Oh, if you double click, you get properties. Jonathan, I'm recording. Provisioning, role service. So who gets admin, who gets user? I would add this. And I guess if you don't need it later on, I would remove that. Okay. Something's wrong with that. We have our role service configured here. And okay, so we have our network of all of this stuff. This is a pretty enterprise grade network, and it should, I think it would hold up really good with more than necessary things than you would need. So user application, we'll add one of these. Importing. Add that.
برافو.
So let's create our user application. This is like, I'm assuming this would be like if you're going to add Google Chrome, something to your enterprise, this is how you would do it. But again, I have never sent up an enterprise thing here, so this is the first time, and I'm not certain about anything I say now. But otherwise, this personally, if I had this to work with, it would be a pretty good enterprise server. I have email, I have my file system, I have 2 Linux operating systems, which I could do all of this with, and so that's good. We go, oh, let's set up a domain group. And let's put our operating systems in here.
Yes. Oh. بدك شي حمام. أنا حطيت كريم.
And I guess you could also organize it. I'm not going to organize everything. I'm going to just organize one thing. We're going to call this group OSs for operating systems. You can see it saved our changes, and we will move it here. Up one, over one. There. And you can see we have our operating systems in here. That's a example of a domain group. You could do driver set and identity vault. You can create another one of these. Well, that's cool. It's like a okay. Well, that's good. And you could also rescale it from here. And you could also undo your changes here, all of that. Let's see if the file system has went up ever since we started to do this. First it was 2.1 gigabytes, let's see what it got to now. And same thing. Let's go back one. Let's see how big our workspace was. This is what we have open right now. It's decent size, but it is 6.5 thousand files. Tools. Here, I'm going to go through the tools. I'm not going to try out any of them, but I'll go through. Just updates, that's nice. ايش عم بعمل الولاد؟ طيب خليهم شوي يرتاحوا، في شتا عندك وسقعان؟ طيب that's good. يا ليك إيدي أززت I think طلعت ليك إيدي بنيوت أززت فوق كله ايش اسمه تريش يا ايوه هلا لا And here you can set up your user application that we did here. Otherwise, you can see we have a pretty basic network for admins. Just have to tune it. And there it is. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button down below and subscribe. Bye.